All right, welcome everybody back to the Dave Knows Wrestling live stream or podcast, depending on how you're defining it and depending on how you're listening to it. I'm your host, as always, David Lee. So, a lot of things happened this week. Been a pretty decent week wrestling news-wise, and I'm also doing a simulcast right now on MESN Radio for anybody who is listening to both. So, what do we got going on for the big show today? Hey, the Raw Critic, welcome. All right, and hey, name I don't know how to say. I'm going to just call you TM, because that's the last two letters of your name. Hey, what up, Manuel? What up? Whoa, it's two. All right, glad. Hey, what's up, Billy? Everyone's coming in. All right. All right, real good, real good. Okay, so now we're gonna try a little something different. It's Rez and Nov. Okay. Reznov TM. Reznov. Okay, cool. I can say that. Thank you. Anthony Rivera. What's good? What is good? Anthony Rivera. All right, welcome as everybody files in. All right, 1 thumbs up already. Thank you. Thank you so much for that. Okay, the show is coming on a little earlier than normal, as you guys might have noticed. Hey, what's up, Chris? My loyalist, Chris. Dan Kennedy, yo back. All right, as you guys all filter in, welcome. Thank you so much for coming back. And what are we going to talk about? Oh, thumbs up right off the bat. You guys are great. You guys are so good. I love how you guys are on top of that. You guys are amazing. Okay, thank you so much for that. Okay, the Raw Critic. Could you do a show where you break down classic wrestling matches and tell their stories when you have the time? Ooh, okay. So you're kind of talking about like the Goldberg-Regal match now, the episode that I did. Okay. Hey, what up, Cade? What up? All right. So yeah, you're talking about more matches like that. The funny thing is, I actually did Mae Young Classic. We're definitely going to talk about the Mae Young Classic finally. Yes, I know we've been waiting for this. There's a lot of stuff. What up, Peter Fogle? What are your thoughts on Owens and Vince? Okay, yes. Okay, great. A lot of good things. But just real quick, Raw Critic. Yeah, the Goldberg-Regal match I did. I don't want to do an episode like that, but I didn't know which one is the first one or which one to talk about a lot. And there definitely are plenty. Thank you for the thumbs up, by the way, whoever that was. We're definitely looking for stuff like that. So I'm glad to know that there is that you guys want that. So knowing that people want it can definitely make it a lot easier. Hey, my man, Bert Kanye. What's up, Mylon? Okay, so I definitely could. I definitely would not be opposed to that, and I definitely am interested in doing more things like that. So good to know there are people there. Are you going to be playing WWE 2K18? I have no plans to go at it right off the bat. I've kind of held off, and I'm gonna wait. You know, I took off last year. I'm gonna wait to hear what people have to say. You know, when my friends say play it at, probably my friend's house, give it a test run before I really decide whether I want it or not. Especially because, I'm not like an every year kind of guy. I like Call of Duty just fine. I don't own a Call of Duty, but I definitely wouldn't buy one every year either. Like getting me to annually commit is kind of rough for a video game, especially when I don't see a lot of differences between them. Mainly, it's just the roster. And I don't, and I'm not the biggest video game guy anymore, it's sad to say. I kind of don't have the time as much as I used to. I get like maybe two games a year, and the last one was Life is Strange Before the Storm, which I know is not not necessarily the same as wrestling as a video game turf goes at all. And I've been playing that, so that might be my commitment for the year. All right, so what are your thoughts on Vince McMahon, Kevin Owens? Okay, yeah, let's totally talk about that. I should have put that in the title of the episode because I definitely want to talk about that. Can you do a video about the NWA champions, like how they won it and how they lost it? You mean the NWA champs other than Flair? Because I definitely did his. Wrestling games that need to bring back the arcades. Yeah, a little more fun. Or like like my episode said, I want one that totally breaks kayfabe and actually has you try to simulate the behind the scenes stuff. Like, why not? Why has there never been a video game that breaks kayfabe? I'd like to give that a try, certainly. But I would also like an old school like WrestleFest. Like to this day, I think WrestleFest and like Saturday Night Slam Masters are like the best wrestling games ever in my head. I haven't played them in a while, and I might be disappointed if I did, but still. Have you ever played No Mercy? Of course I played No Mercy. Man, I have been played No Mercy. What do you think, shoot-style wrestling? I like it for an extent. I can't have it for everything because some people are a little Some people can't take. Some people are a little ginger with it, but I definitely love shoot style wrestling. Would you be down for a New Japan game? Oh, absolutely. I mean, it's Japan. They gotta be. If it's a New Japan wrestling thing, and then you let them make the video game, there's no way that could be bad. That goes hand in hand. What if HBK never got injured? Perish the thought for me. Hey, Amy, what is up? Been looking at WrestleCade, and I think, Amy, I might be headed down there. The only thing I might be worried about, though, yay. Only thing I'm worried about it though is I have a movie that I'm working on coming up that's going to start around that time, so I don't know what my schedule's like. But if that permits, I will be going to WrestleCade. I wanted to tell you that. I've been looking at it harder, but yeah, I'm definitely down for that. Okay, so how's your day been? Kind of feels weird because I'm not in every stream. Well, that's cool. I'm glad for the ones that you are at. Day's been going pretty good. Typical Friday for me as of late. Hey, Train. Hey, how you doing? Sorry about what happened, and sorry about what happened in England. I hope you're okay. Hope your family's okay. Are you doing good? Are you doing good, Train? Oliver, is everything all right? Okay, well, you're alive. Well, that's good. That's definitely a good start. Hopefully, you're better than one right, and hopefully you weren't too affected by this tragedy, and hopefully not many people were either, or ideally no one, but obviously that's not the case. Well, I'm glad you're alive. I'm glad you're here. I'm glad, and I hope we can alleviate some pain or anything like that. Us all talking together. Hopefully that could be nothing too serious, bro. Well, I wish you all the best. I wish you, everybody that you know and care about, and everybody out there, everybody affected by it. I wish them nothing but the best. Okay, so, big love to England. As I think I've made it very clear that I'm all about England. Okay, so where are we at? Okay, so I mean, okay, so I'm kind of behind on the chat. So let's start with the big one. The big thing I'm all about is the Kevin Owens, Vince McMahon thing. I was blown away. This week has been really solid in terms of wrestling, in my opinion. I don't know about you guys, but that's what I think. I think this week both Raw and SmackDown were really good, and they haven't both been... When was the last time you remember both shows being solid in the same week? I think it's been a while. How about Triple H versus Owen at WrestleMania? Ooh, interesting. I got you. Curb stop. I assume that's talking about dissecting matches, but yeah, okay. Did you read about? Oh, yes, I did. I meant to. I wanted to respond to you on that. Yes, I did. I went to type and respond to you about saying, I didn't know how to word it because I shouted them out in a previous video of mine. I want to talk about that, but then I didn't want to because it sounded like, oh, I'm just plugging a video, and I didn't know how to mention that I'm thankful for everything Auto One's contributed. As I've mentioned before, I'm not one of those people just jumping on the bandwagon and saying that now. I wanted because I didn't want to come across like cheesy and just like one of those bandwagon people. I wanted to make it very clear that I've appreciated Auto One's contributions to the industry and everything he had to give, and I'm sorry for his passing. And I just didn't know how to word it that way without it coming across, like I'm hawking a previous video or putting it across the wrong way, so I didn't say anything. And I just kind of figured once I saw you here, I was going to be able to, talk about that. But yeah, that's another tragedy. So yeah, it's been a rough week in terms of that too. Okay, so here we are. So going back to Amy, I'm going to tell you something that you will not be disappointed, even though you've never been to WrestleCade before. Oh, all right, I'm interested, Amy. What good news that? What if Christian held the world title in 2011 a bit longer? Oh man, I'd be happy. That's one thing that we know. I'd be happier. The World Critic, would you like to see British Strong Style versus Adam, Bobby, and Kyle? It's almost like two worlds crossing over when you think about it. Yeah, you know what? Now, British Strong Style, like I've done 2 episodes about British wrestling. Thank you for the thumbs up, whoever that was. Awesome. And I like it a lot. And seeing it cross over now, the only thing I worry about is, can WWE handle it? Because we don't see real strong style in WWE, not even from Nakamura, who's allegedly the king and all. I like Nakamura. I'm just saying that we haven't seen real strong style from either of it. So would I like to see it? Absolutely. But can WWE handle it? That's a good question I'm thinking about. But if done right, yeah, no, I'm totally down for it. Okay, then 5 days. Auto Wands. Great German professional wrestler, contributed a lot as a promoter and behind the scenes as well. Unfortunately, passed away. Guys, guess who took responsibility for the London Tech again? Oh no, I'd hate to even ask. What if CM Punk never left WWE? Yet another one that would make me very happy. Very happy. But Oliver Train, I've been stuck in the studio all day long, so my outlet to the news is limited at best. The high rate, not what I was expecting. The reason I got WWE through WWE 13 was because it had Mike Tyson, and I could have Little Mac versus Mike Tyson at WrestleMania. Well, that is amazing, Kate. Good point. And WWE 13 was actually the last WWE wrestling game I really, really liked. Once they switched over to 2K, I know they were mostly copying, but they kind of adjusted and they just never felt right. But 13 was better than anything I could have ever expected. I love that game. So that would be the last time I was really happy about it. Austrian, by the way. Yes, but a lot of his work in... Yes. Thank you for correcting me. But yes, a lot of his work in Germany and contributions in Germany and the German wrestling scene. Yes, you're right. I apologize. But, kind of like, same thing like Karl Gotch. Karl Gotch is not actually German, but, regarded as a German wrestler. Yes, you're right. Thank you for that correction. Okay. Hey, Ash. Hey, Dave. This is my first time tuning into one of your live streams. Can't believe I missed some. Hey, that's okay, man. We got them going on. Everybody's sitting here talking, Train, and we're wishing a lot of love to all those in England right now, especially with what they just gone through. So hopefully everything's okay. And we're a cool bunch of group. This is a cool group, I gotta admit. We're all hanging out here talking wrestling, everything we love. And as you know, I'm one of those people that can talk about wrestling forever, and a lot of you guys are too, which is cool. And we have a lot of fun here. So welcome. Thank you for joining us, Flossie Ash. I'm gonna take a drink of water because I couldn't get that out right. Okay. From Graz. He was born in Graz. I may get heat, but I like Jinder. I just think they aren't using him right. That's fair. Jinder Mahal, the biggest thing for me is, why they're doing it. They're doing it for money. They're not doing it to be politically correct. They're not doing it for inclusionary purposes. They're not doing it for progress. They're not doing it because he earned it. They're not doing it because there was a massive storyline because he was a jobber like 2 weeks before he got his push. Yeah, that's the biggest thing why I'm against Jinder. Now, his ring work, a little sloppy for me, or a little lackluster. Nothing all that special. Also, my other problem with Jinder Mahal is right before he went to SmackDown, boom, injury to Finn Balor's face. I guess that was the last example of strong style we got in WWE. So, there's a lot of things to it. He's also rough on the microphone. But if you like him, okay, tell me what do you, and everybody's entitled to their opinion, but what do you like about him, Emmanuel? Share. Bret Hart was a Grand Slam champ in the 80s titles and 2000 titles. The 80s titles? The Grand Slam, I was... That one I rushed out. I'll be honest, I kind of rushed the Grand Slam video, so I was worried that it might not have come across as good as it should have been. But it seems to be going over fine. But the thing I was concerned about for the Grand Slam video was I had to do it fast because as soon as I noticed that the WWE on their website, because there's a link in the description in the website about who the 8 Grand Slam champions are in the new Grand Slam of the WWE, and I stared at it and I'm like, Bret Hart's definitely on that list by this criteria. And not only that, if they're counting the world title, which it's not clear whether they are or they're not, but if they're counting the world title, then yes, Chris Benoit is also on the list, but also Booker T, JBL are also on the list. And if they want to count WCW US title wins as a US title win, because allegedly this has the same lineage, well then on that note, so does Stone Cold Steve Austin and Ric Flair. They both would be Grand Slam champions as well. So I'm so behind on chat. But there you go. So, but how is I would like Rey Mysterio in WWE to reinvigorate the cruiserweight division, but he's probably not going to do that. I am a triple Grand Slam champion, as right you should be. Okay, but what are your thoughts on recent rumors that Undertaker will interfere during the Reigns and Cena match? Okay, here's the thing. I'm pretty sure Reigns is going to win, and I don't want that to happen. So if the Undertaker comes to destroy Roman Reigns, fine. I'd rather not see them wrestle again. If Undertaker comes back, awesome, because he deserves a much better retirement than that. I've heard rumors that he's come back as the American Badass character, which would make me want to cry and throw up a lot. So I hope that's not it. You know, I know, and yet, as I said before, this whole belief that wrestlers go out on their back, nope, because I've done a video proving that many of them don't, and there's many more that don't. This is a new phenomenon. There's people believing that old school means you go out on your back. That is a crock. That is a total lie, total fabrication. I just realized most people haven't watched that video. It's like it's one of the lowest watched videos there is. I don't know why. I thought I was like, yeah, people are gonna love this one. No, no one cares. But yeah, a lot of wrestlers did go out on their back. It's a complete fabrication. It's a complete nonsense thing that people have made up in the past 20 years, saying that that's what old school people do. No, they don't. And so saying that Undertaker has to go on his back, a crock. And even if he does, even if that's what he wants, doesn't have to be to Roman Reigns. Doesn't have to follow what the McMahon wants. I want the Undertaker just retired because he had an amazing career and his loss to Roman Reigns to put him over. I don't think it worked. I mean, I feel you, Train, but I don't think it worked. People don't. I mean, because the thing is, being the Undertaker at WrestleMania doesn't put you over. It makes people hate you, as we learned from Brock Lesnar. It makes people hate you. And if they turn Roman heel, fine. But they didn't. So, I feel you, but it wasn't much of a feather in the cap because ever since he said it's my yard now, all anyone's been doing is been ragging on about it, especially Cena. And Cena ain't wrong for it. You know, those promos he's been cutting have been great. You know, if you're going to take over the yard, you better learn how to cut a promo. I mean, it's been using it against him, so I don't know how much it's really helped Roman. I think it's kind of hurt him, actually. But I hear you. Undertaker's way too old. Like, as far as I'm concerned, Undertaker should have just retired years ago. They used Undertaker wrong. Like, the thing at WrestleMania, you know, the thing we shouldn't speak of at WrestleMania 30 never should have happened, number one. Number two, there was no point in him going against Brock Lesnar. They've wrestled before, no big deal. The Cena thing, some people want it, and at this point, I kind of wanted it only because we've gotten so many other permutations, but scrapping all that, Undertaker should have retired a couple of years ago, and there are plenty of wrestlers that he should have gone against. I'm not even a fan of this dream match, as I've said before, but Sting vs. The Undertaker should have happened at WrestleMania 31 if he was going to hang around. It should have happened at WrestleMania 31 because people wanted it. I may not have, and I'm not opposed to it, but people wanted it. You should have given it to him. Number one. Number two, Kevin Owens said he wanted him. Kevin Owens and Undertaker should have happened. No one cared about Shane McMahon versus The Undertaker. And I was there, in person, live. I liked it. Didn't mean I wanted it. Also, on top of that, Bray Wyatt, okay, fine. Bray Wyatt definitely needed to happen. Finn Balor, I would have liked to see happen. There is a list of wrestlers that should have gone against The Undertaker that are in the company right now, and they completely glazed over it for Roman Reigns, for Shane McMahon, for Brock Lesnar. Why? Who knows? And I've been very much opposed to the way Brock Lesnar is lately, and not only that, the fact that he, for some reason, only wrestles like 5 people over and over again. It's like he has a very limited shelf span. Okay, granted, SummerSlam, he had that, you know, he did have that main event with a bunch of people, but still, these are faces that we've seen him against. We've seen him go against Samoa Joe. We've seen him go against Roman Reigns. Braun Strowman finally against somebody different. Okay, cool. And you know, at SummerSlam, that was overdue in my opinion, but that's my point. I think Undertaker should retire at WrestleMania 28 at the end of the era. Perfect. Yeah, that's fair too. And I understand psychologically getting at the 30, WrestleMania 30, and having a match there. So, like, you know, if he wanted to, you know, muddle through WrestleMania 28, 29, 30, but 30 was a different match, yeah, that's totally fair. But the end of the era was a good way to go out. Yeah, I agree with that. Anthony Mazzola. Yep, I agree too. What do you think are the candidates for the next Honest Promo series on your channel? Well, the next one is coming out. The next one's already finished. So I don't know if you guys, well, you know what? I'm going to reward you guys here on the live stream because you guys are always here and guys are always cool. The next Honest Promo is coming out soon, and it is Scott Hall. Yeah, I didn't want to do Scott Hall, but I couldn't help it. I thought of a couple things, and I just had to do it. But I wanted to avoid Scott Hall because, you know, I did Mae Young, but before Mae Young was Shawn Michaels, and I wanted to, like, avoid just doing all the click. I'm like, because I wasn't trying to do this, like, click attack thing. Like, yeah, hey, you know, And I'm going to tell you right now, I like Scott Hall. I want to make it very clear. I'm a big Scott Hall fan. I've said it in other videos. The whole point of Honest Promos is not me just hating on people. I attack wrestlers I like too. I like Ric Flair. I'm not just, and I don't like Brock Lesnar as of late, but there are parts of Brock's career that I like a lot. I don't hate, I just, Chico, Scott Hall, that was a great show. Yeah, so some people get mad at me in the comments. They're like, "How dare you say this about this person? How do you hate this person?" I mean, I do hate Shawn Michaels, but it's not. But I don't just do it to people I hate. I get people I like too. So it's not that I hate everyone in Honest Promos. After Scott Hall, some of some of the possible candidates are. I haven't narrowed it down too much yet. I know the big ones, like Hulk Hogan, The Rock, Stone Cold. I will get to them, but I don't want to front load it. I try to go around with people, jump around, save some names that people are looking forward for later. Mae Young was someone requested Mae Young, but it was also something that a lot of people weren't expecting, so I figured, and with the Mae Young Classic, it was perfect timing. Ooh, British Bulldog. It's funny, a lot of British fans might be upset because in two British wrestling episodes, I never really straight up talked about British Bulldog. So it would be, and I love the British Bulldog, and so it'd be pretty messed up. The first thing I do about him is the Honest Promo. That would be so messed up. But I like the idea. Keep it up, Mylon. Gagne might get it next. Keep it up. You crack me up, though. You really do. Who is here for WCW or who's not? Oh man, survey time. I did not survey. I should have. I did not do a survey time. And also, truth be told, I am way down the line. I intend to do an Honest Promo, but just to click as a whole. Survey time, that's good. Dave, how's the baby? The baby's great. Great. It's funny. My friend last week, my best friend Sean, who's been on the show, had a baby. So mazel tov to him. And it's funny. You know what cracks me up? She's pretty strong. They swaddle her in the baby swaddle, and then she breaks out of it. Every once in a while. And I was holding her for an hour or whatever. Because my friend and his wife, they have not slept. So, but she's just a little newborn. But no matter how tight you wrap her up, she just every once in a while, just in her sleep, she just does that. It's like the Jerry Lewis, Schlemiel, and I think that's hysterical. It's so funny to watch. I just can't believe how strong it is. But thank you for asking, Anthony. I was here for the. Oh yeah. Okay, Train. I'm sorry. I got the reel. I've been getting the reel pretty good today. I've been all over the place. Okay, I missed the ring plus the. Okay, I am not answering that. Too sweet, different from Bullet Club. Too sweet. Yeah. How's life? Oh, great, Eric. How's your life going? Let me just try to catch up a little bit. Is it bad walking like William Regal to his song on the streets? It depends what streets. Finn Balor, baby. Possible. You should do kayfabe science for rest holds. The next one of that is also all ready to go. It's a different one. Definitely one I don't think many are expecting. I think that it might catch people off guard. I had a lot of fun with the next kayfabe science. Doing Lex Luger. Oh man, Luger's not bad. Because I definitely have some issues with Luger. He goes into the guilty pleasure list for me as a wrestler I liked as a kid that I outgrew. Personally wanted Cena Taker for years. Yeah, I agree. So did Jim Ross. So did a lot of people. Just think about the promos and video package. Yeah, I mean they did go at it early in Cena's career. So I don't need it, but it would have been good. The other thing is Triple H and Undertaker 3 times at WrestleMania. That was just not necessary. Funny thing, ever seen Vern Gagne wrestle? I'm 24. Really? I mean, yeah, no, I mean, I'm too young to see Vern in his prime, but yeah, definitely go back. No, he all jokes aside, Vern is great. He really is that good. In that old school style, and the movie The Wrestler, he was, I wanted more of him in that movie, and I didn't understand why he wasn't in more. He's doing the KO punch. I did that already. I'm still drunk. Jeez. Hey, Maurice, what is up? Oh, thank you for the thumbs up. I just noticed. Thank you. I did the knee trembler, yes. Okay, so, the Mae Young Classic. Okay, finally we can talk about the Mae Young Classic. I know I was a little behind on Fridays. I never really did it. But, okay, so what did you guys think? So let's start conversation rolling. Mae Young Classic about what did you guys think on it while I start giving you my thoughts. Start talking. So let me know what you guys think. For me, I was a real big fan of the NXT about the Mae Young Classic. I won the DDT Heavy Metal Championship with Pacemaker Nash. Cool. That's Kanye from President Japan. Kyrie won. Yeah. Now here's the thing. Here's the thing. Toni Storm, Piper Niven, I thought was going to be the best match of the tournament when I saw it. I was like, that's it. This is the winner. This is going to be the best match, period. Like, they're not topping this. But then the finals came. And going into the finals, I was not prepared for it. I was thinking it wasn't going to be great because I looked at it and I said, Kairi Sane, good. But she's so little. And I thought Toni Storm had a better chance. And I thought as soon as Shayna gained, first of all, like Mercedes, I thought was okay. But when she had a match against Shayna, it was amazing. I was like, okay, and then I really started liking Mercedes, and I'm like, oh, now she's gone. But then Shayna going to the finals, I'm like, okay, I wanted to see Toni Storm go into it at this point. Kyrie was the odds-on favorite, but she was so little, I was like, I can't take this seriously. And then the finals came. And then the match actually started to happen. And as soon as Shayna grabbed the ribs, and by the way, Shayna, who I thought was going to be some clunky mess who didn't know how to wrestle, storytell, or act, did a great job. Sold the ribs, did really good, and as soon as it happened, I believed it. And I was like, this can happen now. I now believe this. I went from not being able to take this seriously to it's real. Like in Rocky 6, Rocky Balboa. I was like, the whole movie, I'm in there just saying, Rocky's like 100 years old and he's going to go against Antonio Tarver. Yeah, that's going to happen. And then, crack, Antonio Tarver cracks the hand on Rocky's hip after they mentioned the calcium deposits on his hip. And he's like, I broke my hand. I'm like, oh, wow, now Rocky has a chance. And I took it seriously. It's so small, but it got me in there. That's the WWE storytelling. So I took the match seriously. I liked it. The match was great. It's actually and the finals was actually my favorite match of the whole tournament. even though I thought Piper and Toni Storm would have taken it. Elbow drop throw. Yep. Okay. I was upset at Tessa Blanchard too. It's not just you. I'm huge. But here's the thing. I looked at Tessa, and I know she's in NXT, and I looked at it that maybe they're trying to highlight certain people that haven't had a chance to, give themselves a spotlight in the WWE audience yet, So I said, okay, thank you for the thumbs up. So maybe that's why. Maybe that's why Shayna. Maybe that's why Shayna got as far as she did. Toni Storm got as far as she did, and so But I like Tessa a lot, and I agree. So I think that's kind of the reason. Josh Burnett trains Baszler in pro wrestling. Yeah. Oh, well, there's tons of athletes who get trained in. I'm not saying I thought like they're bad, but these are aspects that a lot of outside talent comes in, and they can't really do it. So, there you go. I just got back from a walk. Jed, hey, how you doing? How's everything? Good. How are you? And I heard MMA Fighter was supposed to be the winner in the Mae Young Classic, but it got changed at the last minute. That is one of the rumors. Okay, so let's go back to that now. Similar rumors start about who actually signed with the WWE, affecting the outcome of the tournament. Now, let's go back to the Cruiserweight Classic, because the Cruiserweight Talent Classic, it was very clear from the beginning that Zack Sabre Jr., Kota Ibushi were pretty likely candidates, pretty strong favorites, especially if they had signed with the company. And allegedly, the rumor was that both of them had signed. I had heard both of them did indeed sign. I heard that WWE did the deal with Evolve, and Zack Sabre Jr. was coming over for sure. And then, as it turned out, not true for him or Ibushi. And both of them didn't end up winning, and instead, T.J. Perkins won. And he's T.J. Perkins. I know Vince McMahon doesn't like the restaurant. I've been to a Perkins once. I liked it. I had no problem with Perkins. Anyway, so the thing is, that was not a plug, by the way. I'm just saying. So anyway, the thing about T.J. Perkins, and isn't that his last name? Anyway, so the point is they just appointed him at the last minute. So who signs with the company does seem to affect things. But what's very weird to me is I kind of figured you would be on a deal. Like, it's kind of cool they're being a little accepting to outside talents more, but WWE should probably holster that down so it doesn't affect the outcomes of the tournament as much. But similar situation now, going back to what your comment was about, Shayna winning, is that there was a rumor saying that Kairi Sane had signed way in advance before the tournament, and she was like their hot sign and their hot purchase, which, as far as I know, is 100% true. So because of that, the rumor ending was always supposed to be Kairi, from what I was told, because of the signing, and that makes sense. That lines up. But then yes, I did hear as well that they were going to switch it over at some point in time to Shayna, and Shayna was going to win. So some people said Kairi was going to win, and other people were saying that Shayna was going to win because they wanted to do the 4 horsemen woman thing versus the WWE horsewoman thing. But the MMA versus WWE, and that rumor was at SummerSlam. And then there was a rumor saying that deal is nixed because Shayna didn't sign with the WWE and Vince wants to cancel the angle. But then I heard earlier today that Shayna did just sign, and now they're going to go ahead with it. So, confirm one way or the other, we don't know. Personally, whether she signed or not, that should happen. Survivor Series, classic Survivor Series matchup, those two teams going at it, why not? Do it. It'll be great. You know, people want it. They hyped it up well. The Mae Young Classic has been excellent. It was a great tournament, filled with great matches. Piper Niven, Toni Storm, like I said. On top of that, everything that came out, so great. So, that's what I'm saying. Okada's gear was on 205 Live, and then the Fashion Police showed up. When did 205 Live become the best show? Oh, that's a great question. Bobby's overrated. I disagree. I think Bobby Roode is good. Bobby Roode is good in the fundamental kind of way. That's why I like him. But Manuel, sorry, I haven't been keeping up with the chat. So, but once again, yeah, tell me why you like. Tell me why you like Jinder Mahal, but you think Bobby Roode is overrated. That is interesting. Yo, Diggy, what is up, Diggy? I think of Nick Diggy Snacks, the Bobby Digital song every single time, album, Jizza every time I see it. Just so you know, God knows, wait, be right back. Ooh, take care of yourself, buddy. Okay, so, yeah, and don't know how to ask this without kind of giving something away, but, you know what, I'm not going to ask. Listen, man, I don't want to give it away, because I don't want to give it away in case I can't follow through on it. Yeah, so I really like that a lot. Okay, good point, Dave. Others deserve spotlight too. Yeah, I think that's what they're doing. Like, I can't confirm that. It's just what I think they're doing. Yeah, but yeah, I'm a huge Tessa Blanchard fan. Huge Tessa Blanchard fan. And I'm also a huge Tully Blanchard fan. So, there you go. And I really wish Tessa was some way involved with Charlotte. Like, why is this not a thing? And it would have been cool, not really a horse person kind of thing, but what's Lacey Von Erich doing? Bring her around. There are plenty of people. Anyway, I'm sorry, this is off topic. That's okay. Any more thoughts on the Mae Young Classic, guys? Let me know. I'm sorry, this is off topic, but I'm excited. I spoke to Johnny Rods today and about joining a school. Awesome! Dude, that is great. Johnny Rods, nice. All right, well, I hope so, man. Hey, best of luck, because, got the train, also, a wrestler. I like that we got a lot of cool wrestlers in here. That's awesome. You need a manager. I've been a manager before. Actually, authority figure. Sorry, that's more appropriate. I was a manager, authority figure. I didn't give any orders. I didn't really give any orders, but But anyway, manager or authority figure. I can do both. Okada can speak perfect English. WWE run in the works. Okay, I don't know if I mentioned this before, but I've met Okada. Very cool guy. Got along great. I want to have a picture of him. I have it in one of his videos. I was going to show you, but I can't do that because I'm broadcasting on the thing that has the picture of me and him on it. But anyway, dude, totally down. I would love to go to England and just be a wrestling manager. But yeah, Okada. Here's the thing. As I mentioned before, I think WWE is too packed right now. I don't want to see any more talent come in just to be wasted because they don't have enough room and you can't push everybody. But I gotta admit, if they're gonna bring somebody, Okada is a huge draw for me because I think he fits in the style really well. I think he belongs in WWE more than Nakamura does, and I like Nakamura a lot, and I'm glad that Nakamura's here. But yeah, Okada, I really, really want to see Okada versus Randy Orton. That's like a current dream match of mine. Jinder Mahal push would have been better if they wanted him the main event guy in the new wrestling, but Jinder was a Jabber League before his push. Completely agreed. Okay. I'm sold on Mercedes Martinez. Yep. After the Shayna match, so was I. Really good match. Really good match. In case I didn't say that specifically, she's like Tamina with more personality. Oh yeah, when they fell into that story about the teacher-student role, I thought that was really good. I thought they did a really good job of investing me in the match, And like I said, both of them having, that, MMA kind of background and then being able to tell stories and act, great, because that's really not easy for people. There's, plenty of people who can't do that kind of thing. I wish I could, Dave, but I don't have enough. All right, that's cool. The women from the PC and the Mae Young Classic should be. I'm torn whether or not women should just get their own show, or if women and men should share the same show. Like, part of me says yes, part of me says no. David, you can sure be my manager. Yes. Workspace. If you had to book WrestleMania 34 from top to bottom, including a celebrity match, I don't want to. The Rock versus Jon Stewart, i.e., what would the card look like if you had the time to spare? I'll try my best. Ronda Rousey versus Charlotte would definitely be on my list for the celebrity match. And I totally agree they should have Tessa and Charlotte team up. Yes, just something. I don't care what it is. Just put the two of them together. Is Shane going to jump off the cell again? I feel like they don't want to repeat that, but I wouldn't be surprised if he went through the cell and the ring creates that little hole like they did for Foley that one time when he went not the first one with the Undertaker, but when he went against Triple H and he fell through the ring. I wouldn't be surprised if they did something like that, because I don't think they should repeat the same things again. But I do expect Shane doing something stupid. Oh, and just so you know, that reminded me of something interesting I heard. Jinder should have won the U.S. title before World Title. Yeah, something like that. And all truth be told, this current push should be Rusev's. Rusev really put the time in. Rusev deserves this. Randy goes for RKO. Okada counters with the Rainmaker. That's what I'm saying. Like, you see it too, Kate. Like, that's exactly what I'm saying. Like, I think stylistically they work. They both have great high drop kicks. I like the drop kicks a lot. Like, make this happen. Like, that match would be great. Yeah, no, that I'm done. If it ever happens, and people say, "Wow, that's like the best Randy Orton match I've ever seen," just know that I've been saying this. I've been down for it. What's your opinion on Monday Nitro as a whole? I would love you to make a video on it. Oh, okay, cool, Flossie. I will definitely keep that in mind. Personally, as a kid, I was a WCW guy. Hey, no beef with that. And I'm from New York. Okay, well, as am I. So, all right, two New Yorkers. Okay. Nitro, very interesting stuff. I definitely like Nitro. Don't get me wrong. It went down badly, but there's definitely great stuff in Nitro. Nitro revolutionized the format. Even more after Raw. After Raw was created. So, Sammy versus Jinder, interesting. I think Sammy could carry Jinder Mahal pretty well. Have you ever heard a wrestler by the name Gary Albright? If not, look him up. Okay, will do. Celebrity Deathmatch. Where the celebrity always wins. I don't like that either. The WrestleMania 34 card. Main events. I was trying to talk on that. Couldn't the women get a 205 Live type of deal? That's what I'm kind of saying. But like I said, part of me kind of likes them being on the other shows too. I'm not sure. British Bulldog versus French Bulldog. Ugh. If Chris Benoit had Austin's gimmick, would his name be Chris Benoit? That's pretty good. New Legacy Clinic. Oh, wow. Well, you guys keep up with stuff that I never heard that joke. Okay. What would be my main event for the WWE title? I think I put AJ Nakamura. I know WWE wouldn't do that, but I think I put AJ Nakamura as the main event for the WWE title over on SmackDown side of things. In an ideal world, I'm doing a brand split and merging the belts back together, but if I had to stick in the basic parameters of possibility, I think I put AJ Nakamura on the SmackDown side as the main event, and on the Raw, although Owens and Sami Zayn is somewhat tempting, but I think I do AJ and Nakamura on the SmackDown side of things for the main event, and for the Raw side, Braun Strowman for sure. They gave it away already, but Braun Strowman Cena was a possibility. I want the title off of Lesnar, but Strowman and Lesnar wouldn't have been bad either, but they're doing it already. Move on. I don't want Joe in it. You know what? Strowman and Cesaro. There you go. That's my answer. Vader for a Hall of Fame. Absolutely. Absolutely. Mylon, don't say Vader. Say that Vader is boss. Vader for the Hall of Fame. Absolutely. Sami Zayn versus... AN? Oh, Sami Zayn, AJ. That's pretty good too. I would like that as well. I want Jeff Hardy to do a swanton off of the Hell in Cell. Yeah, he's crazy enough to do it. AJ Nakamura and versus see, you know what? For a main event, I like it being one-on-one. But every once in a while, I can be tempted. If you can sell things to me in the right way, I'm in. But I'm kind of a purist in that way for the main events. And I'm also thinking about who can logically, conceivably win the Royal Rumble as well. I think Cesaro is the most justifiable out of the people I've mentioned. AJ Nakamura, I can't really picture any of them winning the Royal Rumble as of yet. I mean, AJ maybe. I mean, AJ could win the Rumble. I take that back. AJ or Cesaro. Anything I noticed really weird is Cesaro was once billed at 6'3" and 280, and now he's 6'5" and 235. Is that weird to anybody? It's Vader time. Onita versus Owens. Okay, yeah, so those are my major matches. I'll just move on. So going back to this, which we want to talk about from the beginning. Kevin Owens, Vince McMahon. I can't believe old Vince McMahon, took that beating, hard way headbutt. Man, he's a trooper. Just wanted to prove that Shane's not the only crazy one. Loved it. Loved that ending. That was the thing of the week. Just like before that, Cena Reigns the Mike promo. That was like the biggest thing for me. I was like, oh, this is amazing, and there's no turning back from this. And then afterwards, this week, Vince McMahon getting beat down by Kevin Owens was the thing for me this week. The only downside I have to it, the thing I definitely didn't like about it was that Vince McMahon walked from it as a result. Vince McMahon walking, he should have been on the stretcher. Should have been out. That's it. Period. Like, he's an old man. I think Kevin Owens looked great, but like full-blown evil Kevin Owens should have laid Vince out. I didn't like that he ended the show on his feet. Other than that, I was still blown away. Vince still got it. Yeah, seriously. A phenomenal forearm into a crossface would be a good spot if Benoit was alive. Oh, yeah. Oh, the dream matches I would have if Benoit was still alive and in good graces with people. I have to say, I miss Tyson Kidd. So do I. The last Dungeon graduate. Deserved better. He possibly could have been well done in 205 Live. Yes, he could have. Great talent. Talking about the Rumble, that headbutt though. Yeah, man. Seriously. Dave, we should have a game group. What's a game group? Donald Trump is the only president to be in the WWE Hall of Fame. So far. But Vince wants to look good still. No, I know, Manuel. I know he does. And I know that's what it's all about. But still, I just go from the logic that if you're a 70-year-old man, some young dude beats you down, you stay down. So I just didn't think that made him look great. But, like I said, that's nitpicking. I'm still fine with it. Probably pre-bladed for that. But I heard he actually hard-weighted. Like, I don't know if it's true, but I heard that he just told Owens, go for it. Do not hold back. I don't care. Do it. That's what I heard, and possibly, like, yeah, oh, man. Yeah, no, it was, yeah, I don't really know how they did it, but yeah, it was rough. Abe Lincoln for a Hall of Fame. Abe Lincoln invented the choke slam. I don't know if you saw that video or not, but that's what they say. Although I had a lot of people yell at me for that tidbit. I'm gonna say, I picked Paul Heyman and Abe in that video because I thought they were the most interesting, and then everybody and their mother started arguing about all the other possible permutations of people who took credit for it. Kevin Owens versus Kevin Steen. My money's on Kevin Steen. He can do a 450. Kevin Owens has yet to show me that he can do a 450. But Kevin Steen can't. And Kevin Steen has the Steenalizer, which I'm really glad he doesn't use because that move is amazing, but so not okay looking. The first time I saw the Steenalizer, I freaked out. I said, that is not something you should do to people. I think it was probably pre-bladed with liquid skin. I don't know. That's a real smart answer, so I'm not going to argue that. Because hard way, you got to be out of your mind. But then again, Randy Orton did, because Randy Orton's sick in the head. But one headbutt, kind of hard to do. So I would not be surprised if you're right. I made the first choke slam, and I called it the Steve Slam. Nice. Okay. Owens and Zayn win the Rumble like Luger Hart in '94. Whoa. Oh, that's a good one. Oh man, I like that. Yeah, I like that. Because I really wanted Sami Zayn to win last year and go against Zayn, and Sami Zayn to win last year and then go against Owens in the main event. But I also wanted them, after they had their final blow-off match, to never wrestle again against each other, even though they did. And it would have been nice if they never wrestled again after that pay-per-view, and then they got separated on different shows, and then Sami Zayn went against them. That would have been great. What about 3 people won the Royal Rumble? I'm another purist on that one. I just kind of like one. Every once in a while, 2 men going out. Like I didn't need John Cena and Batista doing it again, but having Brett and Luger did it was fine. For me, the other weird thing was that until Roman Reigns, between Flair and Roman Reigns, they never did the title up for grabs at the Royal Rumble. Like, they did it for Flair, awesome, and then they kept that away for a very long time, and I was like, how come they haven't done this sooner? I mean, I didn't want them to do it sooner, but it was just the fact that, hey, if you're rehashing the 2 people fall out at the same time, how come this, or the number 1 wins or number 2 wins? Here's another Royal Rumble thing I haven't done in a while. How come you don't do that again? That's at least plausible, more plausible, I think. I mean, technically, Cena and Batista botched that. Yeah, I know they did, but I get his point. I never got why put Owens and Sami Zayn on the same show. I don't either. I really do. I don't. I don't either. I'm not gonna lie. I popped because I wanted Sami Zayn. I wanted Sami Zayn on SmackDown. I just wish Kevin Owens wasn't there with him. Although he's doing great things there. I love Kevin Owens. I was just saying it was a weird dynamic. Big Show and Mark Henry for the Hall of Fame. Oh yeah, sadly, Big Show might be done, and not by his choice. Injury might take him through the end of his contract, and his career might end not with a bang, but with a whimper. Hopefully not. Hopefully they can make us an extension or something like that, because I do believe, like, over 20 years of dedication to the craft, and even though I may not be the biggest Big Show fan, he deserves better. He deserves to have a good match on his way out. Although it was brought to my attention that going out with the cage thing with Braun, not a bad way to go out. It's just the fact that that wasn't supposed to be his exit, and then the rest of his career might be done. That's my point. Like, it was a good note to go out on. However, still, I would like it to be more by choice rather than forced injury. 94 Royal was a classic. Kane versus Glenn Jacobs versus Fake Diesel and Isaac Yankem. And Corporate Kane. Big Show and Mark Henry had an amazing career. Now, Mark Henry, I'm not a fan of Mark Henry at all. Like, I never liked Mark Henry. Very humble guy. The more you listen to him, interviews, like, Breaking Kayfabe, really cool guy. Really cool guy. And a lot of things I didn't like about Mark Henry, he fully acknowledges, and his goals and everything like that, totally. But he was just a guy I never understood. Like, when it comes to those gimmick celebrity wrestlers, and, like, a lot of people forget this, but that's what Mark Henry was, the weightlifting guy, strongest man in the world. Like, that's kind of what he was. And the Ken Shamrocks and all that, like, he has a weird career that lasted way longer than anybody expected it to. I kind of look at it like Fruity Pebbles. Like, Fruity Pebbles is a Flintstone gimmick cereal, and it's still around now, even though nobody watches the Flintstones anymore, and it's just, how did this survive this long? So, Mark Henry, understandably, I understand a lot of his career choices and everything like that, but I was never a big Mark Henry fan. King got into politics, now he's gone Corporate Kane. Yeah, he has. Which was not something I would have seen coming. Mark Henry, best quote. Not bad. How ironic would it be if Vince got a concussion from that hop on home? Oh man, yeah, Anthony. All right, yeah, that's. I guess it would be. Mark Henry. Well, this is not exactly what I meant, Maurice, but yeah, kind of. Extreme Culture, Unabomb, and Isaac Yankem. Yeah, there you go. All right, guys. I actually have to start wrapping up, but thank you guys for coming out. Thank you guys. Start a little earlier. I might don't know what I'm gonna do for maybe later next week or anything like that. But thank you guys for coming out. Thank you for the thumbs up. Thank you for the likes. And once again, Train, best to you and yours. Best to all of England and Otto Wands. And thank you guys so much. Thank you guys so much. It was a lot of fun. Finally talking about the Mae Young Classic and Kevin Owens and Vince McMahon and this year and this week we're wrapping up. Seriously, thank you a lot for coming out, and hopefully we'll get to talk to you guys soon. As always, thank you for coming out, and we'll see you next time.